Good morning, students. Today we start with the seventh chapter, Sports and History. We will be covering the following points in this particular chapter. Importance of sports, importance of sports, types of sports, globalization of sports, games, materials and sports and toys, games, materials and toys, toys and history. These are the points which we will be covering in the first part. And in the second part, we will be covering 7.6 and 7.7. The word sports and games relate to the word entertainment and physical exercise. Sports and games are very, very important. That is why there are about 2 to 3 PT periods included in your timetable, the school timetable. So, sports and games play a very, very important role because they combine entertainment and physical exercise. Sports provide any kind of sports activity, whether it's indoor or outdoor, provide some kind of physical activity, exercise, and also it is a source of entertainment. It amuses people. It is therefore it is people indulge in various kinds of sports and games for entertaining themselves or for amusing themselves. To play is a natural human instinct. You notice a very small child, 2 months old, waves out his hands and legs, or when the child sees something which is pretty, okay, something which is dangling or something which makes noise, it waves out its hands and legs. So to play is a natural human instinct. Hence, the history of sports begins with the origin of mankind. Various games have been played since the beginning of civilization. How do you know about it? The archaeological remains indicate that there have been various toys and games. Various toys were played, toys were used, and so we know that various games were there, and this has been there since the beginning of civilization. Hunting was indeed a way of obtaining food for ancient people, but it was also looked upon and as a game and entertainment. The ancient Indian culture and epics mention various games such as games of dice, Youth Krida. If you have seen the serial Mahabharat, you know what is Youth Krida. Okay, so it is like our Ludo game where four people can play at the same time or two individuals can play. Wrestling, then horse and chariot races and chess. So you can have a concept map here, children. Various games mentioned in ancient Indian literature and epics. You have first one that is dice or youth, then you have wrestling, horse and chariot races, and chess. Let us talk about wrestling. There is a picture given here. This is an akhada, and there you have a picture of wrestling. There are a number of training centers for wrestling and other sports. Vyayam Shala of famous wrestlers like Jurma Dada and Manik Rao Vadodara. Krida Vidyapeeth Patiala. Then you have Swarnim Gujarat Sports Gandhinagar. Khas Bagh Talim and Moti Bagh Talim Kolhapur. Hanuman Vyayam Prasarak Mandal Amravati. Shri Shiv Chhatrapati Krida Sankul Balewadi Pune. So these are some of the important wrestling training centers for wrestling and other sports. Okay. Now, when it comes to sports and games, it is very important to make a mention of the Greeks. Sports and Greeks is a very ancient equation. In fact, today when you talk about the Olympics, this particular symbol is the symbol of or it's the logo of the Olympic Games. Okay, where you have the five intertwined circles which stands for the participants from the five different continents of the world to participate in this Olympic Games, which is held every 4 years. Who started this particular Olympic Games? Where was it held? The Greeks were the first to standardize the rules of sports and organize them systematically. There were Greek city states. Small, small city states were there. And in these city states, every 4 years, games were held. Olympic games were held. And these first games, Olympic games competitions included discus throw, chariot and horse races, wrestling, and boxing. The ancient event of Olympic competitions used to be held at Olympia. This is a plain region, okay, on the banks of the river, and it's an ancient Greek city. And to be able to participate in Olympics and to be a winner was supposed to be a great honor for sports person, even during that time and even now. So when you talk about the ancient games held in Olympia, the Olympic games held in Olympia, um, one of the things that you should take note was that every city state would send its participants for the sports competitions, and it would be held during the time of the full moon, and the participants would be from different city states, and these participants, whoever would be the winner, was not given any kind of medal. In fact, they would just be a garland made out of olive leaves and fruits and flowers would be placed around the neck. A crown also would be made out of olive leaves and olives, and they would that was it. But then, what was the prize that they would receive? It was a matter of great pride for these great city states when someone was declared a winner in a particular game. So when the the athletes and the sportsmen came back to their own city states, a year was named after them sometimes. Then the Greek city states would provide other kind of incentives like monetary benefits or some kind of property would be bestowed on them. So that kind of perks or some kind of incentive would be given to the participants. So it was a great matter of great pride if you're a winner for the in the Olympic Games. Let us talk about importance of sports. Now, when this is the particular board question which has come up in the March paper, children, and when you write the answer to this question, you can't just write in general. You must write the points that are mentioned in the textbook. Only that will fetch you marks. To play games is very important for us. It enables us to overcome suffering and worries. Whenever you indulge in any particular game, it helps you to relax. Games helps you to relax and refresh your mind. That is why you overcome your suffering and worries. Games which involve a lot of physical activities provide good exercise. So good exercise is provided. Games help in building a tenacious, that is, a bold and a strong body. And playing games also helps us in developing courage, determination, and sportsmanship. You develop leadership qualities, okay? Because once you're, for example, like MS Dhoni, are considered to be a very, very good captain who was excellent in guiding his team. So there is courage, especially when you are losing, you don't want to give up and you get back into the game. So courage, determination, sportsmanship, okay, cooperation, team spirit. For example, in games like hockey, football, cooperation and team spirit is very, very important. It also helps us in developing leadership. More than this, any game you participate, children, whether it is indoor or outdoor games, what you need to do is you need to have more focus. Um, you have to have you have to focus. You have to be alert. Concentration improves. Your memory power improves. Okay, in some of the indoor games also. So therefore, this is the importance of sports and games. It helps us to relax and refresh our minds. Helps us to overcome suffering and worries, provides good exercise, helps in building a tenacious and strong body, helps us in developing courage, determination, and sportsmanship, and also helps us to develop a sense of cooperation and team spirit. You can just put down these words. The word you can see this help is there everywhere. So in English, you have learned about these concept maps. So you can put up a concept map and you can learn all these points. Helps us to first relax and refresh our minds, provides good exercise, building a tenacious and strong body, developing courage, determination, and sportsmanship, develop a sense of cooperation and team spirit, and also helps in developing leadership. Okay, so let's come to the next point here. 7.2, you have types of sports. Sports are of two types: indoor games and outdoor games. Here you have a concept map. There can be a tree diagram, a concept map. Again, indoor games are played within a closed environment, and number of them are played by sitting in one particular place. Okay, especially when it is raining outside or when it is too hot outside, children indulge in indoor games. Chess, card games, games played with gamesmen and dice, carom, etc. Earlier, the kings used to play instead of dice. There would be real men and women who would participate, and the king would give instructions, move 2 steps forward. Even the game like dice was played with gamesmen. Okay, chess also was played with gamesmen. They could afford it. The game known by various names as Kach Kavadia or Chaukabara or Indian Ludo is very popular among Indians. The game known as Sagar Gote is played with a bunch of seeds or stones, usually played by girls. Here you have round pebbles, usually 5 pebbles are there. You put one you throw up one and pick up another one from the ground. So that is called as Sagar Gote. is another game known as Batukali, okay, where it is usually played by girls, where you think as if you have a house and there is a small child, and you participate in the marriage of that particular child. All members of the family also participate in it, especially like a mock wedding of a girl doll and a baby boy doll, a girl doll and a boy doll. It's an occasion of family celebration. Okay, so the children pretend as if they're elders, and then they arrange for a mock wedding of their dolls. Outdoor games. Outdoor games can be categorized into two types: Indian Indian sports and international sports. Indian sports include langdi, kabaddi, atya patya, kho, etc. So here you have there can be a concept map where you have the first one, that is indoor games and outdoor games, the examples of indoor games and outdoor games. Okay, and then you have the outdoor games again branching out into two. One is Indian sports and international sports. Here again you can have a concept map. Indian games include langdi, okay, the one which is given you usually play in the school ground, kabaddi, atya patya, and kho, etc. Now we have a mention of various personalities from history who were also very fond of sports. Daily schedule of Lakshmi Bai, okay, Rani of Jhansi or the Queen of Jhansi. Rani Lakshmi Bai is very fond of physical exercise, and she used to wake up very early in the morning and spend around 2 hours exercising on the Malkham. There's a picture of Malkham given in the next page. We'll come to that. And then she had 2 rounds of horse ride along with elephant ride. If you have seen the film Manikarnika, you will know how well she used to ride the horse, and how she could get control or tame a horse. 2 hours, 4 dhatikas after sunrise, and she would eat kurak. A sports person especially has to take a lot of care about the diet, and the diet meant for enhancing or improving physical strength, and drink milk. Thereafter, she had bath. So this information is all given from Vishnu Bhat Godse, and translated from Maza Pravas by Vishnu Bhat Godse. Okay. Indian games like marbles, lagori, vitti dandu or gilli danda, bingari, bhaure, fugadi, zimma are quite popular. So again, Indian games, you can have a concept map here. These are the various Indian games that are played. Okay. So when you say Indian games, you can't write any other name of any other games. All these one, two, three, four, five, or six names which are given, the same thing should come up in the concept map. So lagori, vitti dandu or gilli danda, Bingari, Bhaure, and Fugadi and Zimma are quite popular. International games include badminton, that is alternatively spelled as badminton. Okay, you have the pictures of badminton, football, table tennis, hockey, cricket, football, golf, polo, etc. There are lots of concept maps here in this particular chapter. Indian games, international games, okay, indoor games, outdoor games. So you have a lot of concept maps. Among the outdoor games, you have running races are very popular all over the world. Sprints or short distance running races are usually arranged for 100 meters and 200 meters. Whenever you have the sports competition in the school, you have this 100 meters and 200 meters sprint races. Very short distance, you have to run in very quickly, and that's called as sprint or the short distance race. There are also middle distance and long distance races. Marathon is a long distance running race. Other types of running races are hurdles and relay races. Hurdles, you know that there are obstacles put up, and you have to jump over it and reach the destination or the goal. And relay races, there are four athletes who are involved in it, and they have a baton, a small baton, and that has to be handed over once you reach the particular spot, and the next runner continues with the race, and the final runner takes it to the goal. Here you have the picture of the Malkham, which involves a lot of balancing. See how individuals can balance themselves. A lot of alertness, focus, attention, concentration has to be there when one is exercising on the Malkham. Okay, according to Manisha Bhate, Malkham and various tactics were devised by Balabhat Deodar, the physical trainer of Peshwa Bajirao too. We have watched Peshwa Bajirao, the TV serial. Okay, you know how his mother and his physical trainer played a very vital role in shaping him, making him very, very alert. He was called the Napoleon who never lost any battle, who won all the battles that he fought. Okay, so the ability, the alertness, concentration, focus, which is required, okay, that a soldier requires, for that the training was given by two people. One was his mother, who played a very vital role, and second was his physical trainer. She also notes that Badam Bhatt was inspired by watching monkeys while they leaped and played on trees, and that's why that led him to come up with something like that of Malkham. Okay. Now let us talk about other games. Shot put, discus throw, long jump, high jump, water sports like swimming competitions, water polo, rowing, and sports that combine physical exercise and acrobatics like Malkham, rope Malkham, gymnastics are all included in the outdoor sports based on physical skills. Now, if you just get outdoor games, the games which are sports and games which are covered will be different. But if the word based on physical skills is written, then you have to include all this. Shot put, discus throw, long jump, high jump, water games. Okay, then acrobatics like Malkham, rope Malkham. Here, there is a wooden, what to say, a sort of a wooden pillar-like structure made out of wood. But then you can even have a rope Malkham. Gymnastics, etc., are included in outdoor sports based on physical skills. Let us know more about wrestlers like Kashaba Jadhav. Okay. Now, when you talk about Kashaba Jadhav, one of the important information that you can get about him is that he was the first person to get, the first athlete to win a bronze medal for India during the Olympic Games. He was the first athlete to win a medal for India. Okay. Then first athlete to win a medal. You have Maruti Mane, and you have the cricketer Bharat Ratna Sachin Tendulkar. You can find out information about all these three using the internet. A lot of information is available about all the three of them. Okay. The next concept map that you have is adventurous games. Ice skating, skiing, ice hockey are popular games that require balancing skills. These are generally games or sports which can be uh, which one can indulge in the mountainous region because ice is required. Okay, ice skating, skiing, ice hockey, etc. But nowadays you have even indoor stadiums where ice hockey can be practiced. There are many other adventurous games which include rock climbing, gliding, auto racing, cars, motorbikes, etc. So all of you are aware of the very famous car race, etc. So motorbike race and car race, a lot of individuals participate, and because they are fond of, so these come up under, because there's a lot of high risk involved in this, but people enjoy taking that risk. That's why these come under adventurous games. Sports competitions of various types, okay, are a worldwide phenomenon. Sports competitions like Olympics, Asian Games, also known as Asian Paralympic or Special Olympics for the disabled people. Now you have the blind, the physically disabled people, all of them participate in Olympics, which are Special Olympic Games, which are held for them. Cricket World Cup, etc., are organized on regular basis. Here again, you have a concept map. Uh, Sports competitions, okay, organized worldwide sports competitions. So you can write the names of all these. Are organized on a regular basis. International competitions for other sports like hockey, wrestling, chess are organized on a grand scale. In India, hockey and cricket are very popular. Hockey is our national game. Okay, underline this. This can come up for the fill in the blank. Competitions of all these games are organized at local, city, taluka, district, state, national, and international levels. Now you know when you begin as a sports person, you first start playing in your school, in your locality, participate in matches which are held at the district level. Then afterwards, you get selected to the state level, and then national level, and then someone picks you up from there, and then you are sent for the international level sports. Sports person who perform well in the national and international competitions have a good career prospects. Now you know that an individual can really earn well, along with, once you participate in international competitions and you win medals, you have a lot of name, fame, and along with it, of course, there are also there is financial gain, and plus there is an individual. There's a good career prospects when an individual participates in international competitions. Major Dhyan Chand, an expert player of hockey, was also a captain of the Indian hockey team. Indian hockey team won gold medal in 1936 at Berlin Olympics under his captaincy. He was also a part of the previous Indian hockey team in 1928 and 1932, which played Olympics and won gold medals. 29th August, the birthday of Dhyan Chand, is celebrated as National Sports Day in India. Again, this is very important. This paragraph is again very important because you can have a comprehension based on this particular paragraph. Okay. For example, you can be asked who is known as the wizard of hockey. When was Mr. Dhyanchand's conferred with the Padma Bhushan? Okay, name the matches where India won gold medals. Okay, during at the Olympic Games. So like that, there can be questions, and there is an entire YouTube video related to Major Dhyanchand. If possible, I will send you the link so you can watch it. You can watch the video and get more information about Major Dhyanchand. Yeah, very very important personality, and because India kept on winning medals uh, in at Olympics. Okay, if you see the date, they are all pre-independence period, and that is why hockey was chosen. Uh, a very good, excellent team was there that would play hockey at that time, and that's why hockey was selected as the national game of India. Globalization of sports. Globalization. You know what is globalization? That worldwide. When you talk about something at a worldwide level, you call it as globalization. The field of sports in the 20th and 21st century was naturally influenced by the process of globalization. International matches of various sports like cricket, football, lawn tennis can be watched on television in any corner of the world. Okay, because of satellite communication, we are able to watch live the matches which as they happen in a particular part of the world. The citizens of non-participant countries can also enjoy these matches. Okay, if a cricket match is played between India and New Zealand, uh, there can be people who are sitting and watching it at Great Britain. So, for instance, the World Cup winning match played between Indian cricketers was watched by cricket fans all over the world. Sports fans scattered all over the world have significantly affected the entire structure of the sports economy. Fans watch matches for entertainment, industrial and commercial companies look at it as a good opportunity to advertise their way. For example, when a cricket match is being played, children all over the ground, you can see the advertisements. It can be related to shoes, it can be related to sports equipment, it can be the t-shirts worn by the various players, okay, the health drinks that are advertised. So therefore, companies which are the commercial companies look upon this, and then the prizes are sponsored for the best catches or the man of the match, etc. And so therefore commercial companies look at it as a good opportunity to advertise their way. Okay, where here stands for goods. Retired sports person also have an opportunity to participate as commentators. Game materials and toys. um, the means and equipment for entertainment and education for children are called as toys. Okay, so when you talk about all this while we spoke about um, what you call as sports and games where some kind of entertainment and physical exercise was involved. But now we have for entertainment and education of children, we have what you call as toys. Clay toys are being found in archaeological excavations. For example, in the Harappan civilization, when the ruins were excavated, there, a rattle, okay, and clay cart, all these made out of clay were discovered, and these toys were fashioned either by hands or by using molds. Okay, just as you prepare Ganpati idols using molds, various toys were also prepared using molds. Dolls are mentioned in ancient Indian literature. A Sanskrit play by Shudraka is named as Mritchakatika. It means a clay cart. Okay. Katha Sarita Sagara has a very interesting description of games and toys. And there are descriptions of flying dolls. That means technology or science was used during that particular time period in order to make different kinds of toys. It means that on pressing a key, sometimes a doll used to fly, some used to dance, and some used to make sounds. Even today, you have some of the toys which have been age old from age old time. Even your grandmother, grandfather would have played with such kind of toys. They are popular even today. Only thing there may be a slight change in that particular type, the color or the type of dress that is being um, worn on the toy, but then otherwise the basic concept remains the same. So some toys never lose their popularity, and it has been there for ages. In India, there is a tradition of regional tradition of making dolls. The wooden dolls that are made in Maharashtra were known as taki. Again, here this you can take for fill in the blank. Let us find out about the other regions where dolls were made and are still being made. There have been a lot of regions where toys are made, and some most of the time, most of the areas like northeastern part of India, in Orissa, and also in Tamil Nadu. toys have been made out of soft wood. Okay, and these are very beautifully painted and colored. Even in Gujarat region, in Savantwadi, is very famous for making colorful toys, which are made out of wood, and they are painted using bright colors. Okay, now we come to the end of this session, children. Here, 7.5 and 7.6, we will be dealing with it in the next session. Thank you, children. Go through the video, and there are a lot of concept maps. All the concept maps which are there in this particular part of the chapter, I'll be putting it up separately for you as notes. Thank you, children. Take your studies seriously. Have a good day.